I'm standing here in the city of the dead. I'm going to be taking you on an audio-visual walk through one of the streets of the oldest cemeteries in Cairo. This is a very quiet road, not much traffic. Walls line both sides. Inside them rest the dead underground. Behind some of these walls, people are also living. I'm going to be taking you on a walk down this road.
Let's move closer.
It's Friday after prayers, the time when the living remember their dead. The loudest thing here are the birds. Birds are everywhere. The funny thing about this place is how normal it is. I was shocked when I came here, expecting abandoned skeletal cemeteries, and I saw what can only be described as a little village. There are cars parked here, birds singing quite loudly. Men talk idly under the shade, a common sight in Egyptian streets everywhere. There is a dog over there, probably sleeping. I can't imagine the life it leads. And knowing my country's poor care of animals, I choose not to even try. It's Friday after prayers. Men are returning from the mosques. Down this road, I see a small rough shed sitting area. This is the keeper's place. You see, every street has its keeper. He is the man responsible for this road, a guide if you need to bury your loved one. It makes me wonder, this system in this place. What is it in people that we always assign ourselves leaders and governors? It must be a fear of chaos, a comfort in taking orders. Who knows? A man rides by me in a motorcycle, with bags packed on the side. I see bread, and what can be vegetables. A poor man's fare, I guess. His face is dark and weathered. I guess most people don't appreciate strangers' invasions, especially when they're carrying a camera. Further down this road, I see more clutter. Cheap chairs and small tables perched on the side of the road. Evidence of this place's everyday hustle and bustle. This road is riddled with holes, the terrain incredibly uneven. The sun is very strong. I didn't notice before because of the shade. I come across some kids playing in the street. Against this barren backdrop, these kids are happy, cheerful even. They have their whole lives ahead of them. Tragedy is, this place will always haunt them in more ways than one. You see, schools don't accept these kids coming from the city of the dead. They'll barely be able to get jobs when they grow up, except if they escape this place and live elsewhere. Beneath the wordplay and poetic romanticism of this place, there are some serious problems that need to be fixed. Let's move further down this road. Down the road, I see tombstones, large, white, and pristine. The slabs are for the martyrs, the shuhada promised paradise in Islam. There's a certain purity here, as if those resting are treasured and revered. Over to the right, I see the chairs again. I think this is where the keeper sits at watch. There's another stray sitting over there in the shade. I continue walking down this road. There's a lot of history in this place. This building in front of us was probably meant to serve as a grave of sorts. But something about the structure reminds me of battlements of forts, of people fighting and clanging their swords. This entire area is riddled with graves. I heard that at any given spot, if you dig deep enough, you can find a dead body, and beneath it another. Some would say, underneath it all, you can find yourself a dead Mamluk of the 16th century, buried so close to Egypt's citadel. I remember the story I was taught in school as a kid, the one where Muhammad Ali, ruler of Egypt in 1811, had all the Mamluks lured into a citadel chamber and massacred them. Maybe underneath this city, this mass grave, these Mamluks also rest. Let's move further down this road. To the right of the road, I see more walls, which probably contain more graves. A man practices his craft weaving silk. He's decided not to teach this to his kids. It's useless and has no future. Living in this place, this man is persevering, fighting to make a living. These people are trapped here, with nowhere else to go. The government forgot about them, and they are too poor to find refuge anywhere else. In Islam, it's believed that the dead are aware of those who visit. Yet in today's world, so many people forget. I think it's human nature how we always deny death. We choose to focus on everyday things, things in a future we take for granted, instead of thinking about death. It's Friday today, a public holiday. This is when most, if any, come to visit. Seeing these people makes me remember those I knew who died. I'm forgetting them already. I have to remind myself to go visit them. Maybe next weekend. On one of the streets, there's a burnt car. It belongs to a woman whose son died in a car accident. That very same car is stored next to her house, while her son rests underneath the house with her deceased husband. starting to get busy now. More minibuses arrive, packed with people visiting their dead. It seems that this place perks up every Friday. The wind picks up as the buses move past, and dust washes over everything. It's eerie how it's so silent here, that everything is so loud. The birds, the dust, cars rumbling past a few yards away. I notice on my right there is an open graveyard. It's different from the walled ones that I saw earlier. This one is home to many families. Apparently, it takes money to keep your dead together, and those who can't afford it usually choose places like this, where friends and strangers are buried together. In a way, the city of the dead is a reminder of how people move on from death. Even if life somehow saddles them with it, they move around it, like the people who live here. Remembering the woman we mentioned before, whose son died? She talks to him every day, and yet there is no answer.